Will there be enough agreement to raise these budget caps if they can? And what about the small matters then of immigration law, funding for natural disasters and healthcare law revisions, to mention a few?
Yeah, there are a ton of different items on the plate that both Republicans and Democrats need to come together on. You heard the president earlier this week talking about bipartisanship and how, in order to get anything done this year, they're going to have to reach across the aisle. Now, right now, they're very far apart on issues, including immigration, and all signs seem to point towards another sort of short-term stopgap spending deal that would just sort of kick the can down the road for a few more days, maybe a couple of weeks, to buy them additional time so they can work out compromises because they are so far apart. But there are a number of Democrats who are saying that if there is not a fix for the Dreamers and immigration component to this spending package, that they would not sign any additional stopgap spending deals. So this could lead us towards getting closer to a government shutdown. Right now, the two sides are very far apart.
I mean, if we take the immigration point, you said the president was calling for bipartisanship overall here, but yet he reiterated his stance once again at Camp David over the weekend. The wall is going to happen or we're not going to have DACA. So as much as he's calling for bipartisanship on some of the fundamental critical issues here, particularly for the Democrats, he's making a firm line in the sand again.
Yeah, Democrats and Republicans in Congress had been working together. There was a small sort of a gang group that was working to try to figure out how they can have a little bit of compromise, have both sides give up a little bit. But then the president sort of blew up a lot of that with his demand for, an $18 billion new funding for the border wall, and that's something that was not part of these discussions. And if the president remains sort of intransigent on that point, it's going to be difficult for those behind-the-scene negotiations to continue. So right now you're hearing from Democrats saying that the president is making it harder to get a deal, and you're hearing a number of Democrats say that they will not vote for any type of spending deal that does not include a fix for DACA by January 19th. So that the clock is ticking, and it's going to be very difficult for them to bridge that gap in that short amount of time that they have left.